I think it might be this key right here, right now. Well, good morning, everybody. Let me grab my coffee. Good morning from the Postcard Studio, Austin Annex. Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcard Studio here in Austin, Texas. At Peace House Farm, we're getting ready for a 2-day event called Grateful to Get Back. All the information that you could possibly need is on Facebook, and I'm here at the Peace House Farm with Penny Jo Pullus of TeXchromosome, Emily Hansen, and Magnolia Rose. We've been getting ready for a couple days. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. So anyway, let me take a swig of this. Girl power. And let's sing a song, shall we? Sure, I'm happy to be together with you guys. Anyway, let's go and be flat. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time. You don't need a reason, you don't need a rhyme to write a postcard. A P.O. Box 1252, just write a postcard. 04098, just write a postcard. Westbrook, Maine, 'cause Grandma loves this show. Well, hi, howdy from Austin, Texas. We've been having a fabulous time here. South by Southwest going on all week. We've been here, there, and everywhere. And if you haven't yet, check out my little films that I made. Actually, I've just made one, and there's another one coming. I'm going to find a place to put this guitar. Excuse me just a second. Yeah, so today we're coming to you live from the Peace House Farm, and there's a 2-day event coming up, Grateful to Get Back, and I got to come down here and podcast. So this is my first rodeo, going on the road, going to another state, going to South by Southwest. It's been shut for a couple of years. It's been 3 years since South by Southwest happened, and if you're not familiar with South by, you can look it up. There's the official festival, and then there are a gazillion day parties and 2-day parties and just incredible music. There's a fantastic lineup coming here, Peace House Farm. So you're in the Austin area, come on over. And if you're not, we're going to be broadcasting live here Friday, tomorrow, and Saturday, 11 o'clock Central Time. Oh no, noon Central. It's all on my event that I set up, and I'll be inviting you if I haven't invited you yet. So anyway, here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to switch over to my remote camera in a second, and we're going to be interviewing or looking around, taking a look. There's been a lot of work going on here, getting the place ready for 2 stages and a fantastic influx of artists from all over the place who are in Austin this week for South by Southwest, doing performances here, there, and everywhere, doing official showcases, unofficial showcases. There's just a ton of stuff going on. So you can just set your dial for Postcards and hang out with me. Tomorrow I'll be sitting right here and interviewing people at noon Central. So that's 1 o'clock on the East Coast and 10 o'clock on the West Coast and all the other wonderful and important time zones around the place. So this chair right here is going to be for my guests. Microphones are ready. And we'll be talking about stuff and things. And then I'll be doing some roving stuff from the event, picking up some music here and there. I'm going to be producing some little films that you can enjoy. And if you have any questions about what goes on down here, just ask, because we'll tell you. We'll tell you what's up. And think about this for next year. If you're not here in Austin, come down next year. But this year is Grateful to Get Back. And so here's the information about the event. We're just about to switch over to my remote camera. So give me just a second. When you're down and you're blue. Oh, and if you're just joining us for the first time, I forgot to do this. If you're just joining us for the first time, you can write to us, P.O. Box 1252, Westbrook, Maine, 04098, and you can get on mail call and be a part of the things. Where's my address? There it is, P.O. Box 1252, Westbrook, Maine, 04098. Love to see a postcard from you. And yeah, so welcome to the show. Let's see who's on. Good morning, Emily from the deck. Okay, we'll see you in a couple minutes. All right, so here, give me just a second. When you're down and you're blue, let's see if I can do this without blowing up any technology. And I got a camera, and we're going to add this. So give me just a second. This is my first time doing this. And then we take this one out. We're going to switch cam. Let's see if we can do this. All right. So, very happy to be here with you. We're going to turn on all the things and stuff. If you're just joining us, welcome to Postcards. So I'm your host, Jenny Van West, coming to you live from the Postcard Studio here in Austin, Texas. Postcard Studio gets to move around, and this is my first time going on the road. I'm so happy to be speaking with Penny Jo Pullus here of TeXchromosome, who is hosting this amazing event. I don't know what happened to my coffee. I put it down somewhere. That's okay. So I have a question for you, which is, you know, we were talking about community, you know, and I know for my own self that I am often approaching things from a community building perspective. Hey, Della. And maybe, you know, maybe you could speak just briefly to the, you know, importance to you personally of having these community. Oh, thank you, Lori. Yeah, that's mine. Thank you, Lori from Lori Radio. Cheers, coming from the VIP room to bring me my coffee. Maybe I would like to hear about, you know, your. Oops, hang on a second. Let me turn this off. Sorry, everybody. This is the first time I've ever done this. I can hear myself through here, so we're gonna just get out of there. Sorry, I have my other. I'm distracting myself. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I know this is all. This is like me and me at my best. Being when things go wrong, then they get very funny. So, building things from a community perspective. Tell me about the importance of including these community outfits in, you know, a musical event.
Well, my interest in community goes way far back. My dad was part of the Red Cross. He was an instructor. There was always people around, and I saw how people working together could make great things happen.
Wow, powerful. Yeah.
I was the youngest of four. When my sisters were at Girl Scouts, I couldn't participate because I was too young, but I was there on the periphery, watching and listening to everything. Yeah. And I loved the Girl Scouts. I loved that.
Yes, the Girl Scouts.
The community. I love that now the Girl Scouts are talking about life skills and being leaders. I think that's really important instead of knowing how to make macaroni and cheese. Although I make the best macaroni and cheese, and you can have that if you come to visit us here at Peace House Farm. I also, my mom, she was a single mom for many, many years. She lost her husband early, so she had to raise her kids, and it takes a village. Yeah. And so for me, it's always been about the community. That's how we lived. Yeah. And
so it's in you.
Yeah. It's
really in you. Yeah. If you're just joining us, I'm in Austin, Texas, producing postcards right here from Penny Jo Pullus's Peace House Farm. And we're talking about community, and we're talking about how music, community, all of these things are interconnected and taking care of one another. And, you know, what you just shared really resonates with me because I think, you know, especially during this particular moment in time, it is a really important thing to be reminded that, you know, that we can build community because it does feel like there are a lot of forces that want to kind of like, there's always things that can come up, you know, like we were talking about, you know, these like the four horsemen earlier today. We're talking about jealousy, you know, these kinds of things can come in and pick and sort of like pick away at community. And I know if you have something to share about that, it seems like.
Well, I was going to say that when I was growing up, I mean, it was in the 70s and, you know, the early 80s. I was already out of school by then. But the thing is that girls and women weren't on the same team. Yeah. You know, you were supposed to be or whatever, but there was the backstabbing, the jealousy, all of that wanted you to fail. They wanted you to walk out of the bathroom with toilet paper on your shoe, you know?
Yeah, real talk.
And so I have found that it's been very difficult to find women to be on my team. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I'm thrilled to have found somebody like Lori, who I actually, for the first time, got to meet her face-to-face today. Yeah. And also Thea from Horizon. We went to a very powerful panel.
Yes, we did.
You and Emily and I, and
I'll share some in a film.
Linda Perry speak about women's power, and She posed a couple of questions that I don't necessarily know if I agreed with. I did most everything that they said, but she said something about women making the conscious choice not to go forward and not to break out of the box or try to break the glass ceiling. Is that their choice? Maybe.
Sometimes.
But we've been conditioned to think that we cannot do that, you know? And I think that we need to break the conditioning.
Yeah.
And it's just like
And that's
with
an
racism.
inside job. That's an
Yeah.
inside job. You know, there's the inside job and the outside job. Oh, good morning, David Hinsky. Yeah, you better be here next year. We're looking forward to that.
So for me this year, we're all grateful to get back, obviously. You know, we have this show that we've sort of wrapped around that. It was your idea about the gratitude tree. I hope
Yes, we have one in Maine.
Yes, and I think it's really important to be grateful for what we have and to also embrace those around us. And that's what we're going to be doing. We have 2 days of an incredible lineup of artists, and they play their own music, but they have chosen to either do a Grateful Dead tune or a Beatles tune in celebration
Yes,
to
that's right.
get back. And, you know, we haven't told them what to do. Some of them, it's a surprise, and some of them we know what they're doing. But again, it's all, we're just thrilled to get back. I mean,
Yeah.
South by is the pulse of this city, and it not happening for a couple of years has been devastating for the city,
Yep.
but for the people as well, and all of us that want to get together to enjoy the music and
Hear, hear.
lift the art. Although
Yeah.
South by is so much more than just music now.
Yeah.
Film, comedy, all kinds of things. It was overwhelming to me to be with all those people. How did you feel when we were down there at the
Yeah, so
conference
yesterday,
center?
okay, so Monday we went down to, we were inside the conference center. I did post a short film. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on my Postcards page, about being down there. And, you know, it was intense. I mean, it took me 24 hours of plane cancellations and going to the airport to get here. And I finally got here on Sunday morning, I think is when I finally arrived. And then Monday.
I promptly brought her to El Mercado to see the Purgatory
That's
Players.
Purgatory Players at El Mercado,
To
yes.
support the Central Texas Food Bag,
It was-
$1 feeds 7 people.
It was just
Every Sunday.
amazing. Every Sunday at the El Mercado, it's just great. The so Monday going into the convention center, that was the first time I'd had a tag on and gone to the official festival, because when I started coming down here in 2018, promoting my last record, Happiness to Burn, you were one of the people that embraced.
That kicks off our show today on KOOP at 11 a.m. I'm just saying.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. Go.
I'm going to be running out of here.
So, so we just got a couple more minutes. So anyway, so Monday going into the convention center was definitely like, it was, I was kind of overwhelmed by being around people. That was the thing, being around people and adjusting to the idea that, like, well, we're kind of moving back into this mode of being around people, and it's not going back, it is going forward, but there are some things that are coming back in, like having casual conversations with people or being near people who are sitting and talking at a table in a cafe or in the VIP lounge, or coming into the booth and saying hello and just having these interactions with people. And it, you know, and yesterday being down on South Congress, we were down in the area of Alan Boots in the Continental Club, where there's just tons of stuff happening. Had the best enchiladas of my life, and with the best company. And you know, it feels good. I mean, when I started coming down here in 2018, you know, I was promoting a record. I had never been here before. My grandfather grew up in Texas, but I'd never really spent any time in the state of Texas. So that was my first trip to come down and do something, you know. And coming back this year, you know, it does feel like, I mean, you said this yourself a couple days ago or yesterday, it feels like starting over. And I know you have to go.
Like
and
starting over.
Can we
I'm
get you
singing
for
a Beatles. I'm singing a Beatles song every time she says something that has a or a John Lennon song. You know. Anyway.
There we go.
Sorry.
So, you know, maybe before we release you to go host your radio, you know, get your radio show up and running, that comes on right after this at 11 Central, 12 on the East Coast. What's it like for you as an Austinite? as somebody who's been deeply involved in South by Southwest, who, you know, your partner, husband has been working for South by for a long time, how does it feel to you to have all of this happening around you?
It feels awkward to be in large groups of people again.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yep.
I feel like some people have lost their manners in
Yes.
quarantine.
Yep.
Like I just got plowed down by this guy the other day, and he didn't even look back. And I turned, I was like, whoa, I stood up and I went, hey, excuse me, you know? And he turned around and looked, he goes, oh, sorry, you know? And it was just like, I mean, literally, I mean, bonk,
Yeah.
you know?
Wow.
And I don't know, I hope that people have used all this time to reflect, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder if people have gotten deeper and darker. I hope not.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
I know, it feels like, I'll tell you one thing, I know I can hear an alarm in there, and that's probably your phone telling you that you need to go do your
That's
radio,
okay.
Shay.
I would love to hand my microphone over to Lori if that's okay.
Well, if she wants to come over, we would love to talk with her. So no worries. I tell you what, we're probably gonna need to say goodbye to our dear friend Penny Jo Pullus here, TeXchromosome.
I hope I see
Very
everybody
generous
on,
host of this incredible venue for Friday, Saturdays. Grateful to get back here at Peace House Farm in Austin, Texas, and we'll be coming to you live tomorrow and Saturday. Penny Jo, thank you so much for being with us.
You can take the number 10 bus from downtown. The
Number 10 bus
will drop you right off
Emerald
at
Wood
South
Drive.
First and Emerald Wood Drive.
Okay, number 10 bus out of Austin. You don't even have to be smart to do that. It's the number 10.
You don't need a wristband.
Okay, no wristband needed.
No badges, no stinking badges.
That's right. Just come with an open heart and a desire to just, you know, hang out and be filled up by good music, good
Yeah.
people, good food and drink, a couple of dogs. You know, like, it's the good stuff here at Peace House Farm.
If you bring your dog, please make sure your dog is on a leash. That's
Oh,
all I say.
Yes, bring your dog
Yeah.
on a leash. Okay, Penny Jo,
I'm
thank
going
you.
to pass out.
Okay, thank you so much.
I mean, pass off, not pass out. Oh.
That's Saturday night.
Let me go get Lori.
Okay, darling, thank you so much. Okay, you can just put that right there. Oh boy, coming to you live from Peace House Farm is Jenny Van West. I'm so excited to see you guys here this morning. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is Postcards. Normally, I'm coming to you live from the Postcard studio in Portland, Maine. But today, and tomorrow and Saturday, and actually all week it's been happening in little bits and starts, coming to you live from Austin, Texas. And Lori, yes. Well, this is awesome. Let me turn your mic on.
Hello.
Good morning. It's so
Good
good. It's so good to meet you. I'm going to pretend like I haven't met you before. Good morning,
sorta
Lori.
met. Good
Yeah.
morning.
Good morning. I know. I
Really
guess
glad
you were
to
on my
meet
show
you.
about 20 minutes ago. So welcome to Postcards. And you know
Thank
we.
you for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. I'm normally on Mondays and Thursdays, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But today it's 10 o'clock. It's we're in Central Time. So tell me a little bit about you and what you're up to these days.
Well, oh gosh, that's a loaded question.
Okay.
isn't
How
it?
about this? Lori Radio. Let's go straight to that.
Thank you, you're so
Because
good
I
at
could
this.
I could feel that you've
I
got
go,
like a
"Oh,
whole
there's a
like you've got
lot.
all
Where
kinds
do
of
I
things.
start?" Yeah.
So tell us about a little bit about Lori Radio.
Well, it just goes into your first question.
Yeah.
My background is radio and records, and I got out of it for a little bit and just kind of went into voiceover stuff. But always, when you're in radio, you're always looking for your next job.
Yeah.
Always. And when you find out that there's a new station in town or a station split format or whatever, they all swarm. All the DJs swarm trying to get the jobs. And a friend of mine said, oh, there's a station that flipped format. You need to go listen. Anyway, I
No,
promise
that's
there's
good.
an end to this.
I'm trying to figure out who I'm looking at here. Good morning. If you're looking at me here, go ahead. Keep talking.
So a friend of mine said, oh, so-and-so flip format. You need to listen to them. Maybe there's something there for you. I was like, okay. So I got in my car, turned on the radio, and it was Billie Eilish. And I was like, that's kind of what they were playing before, like that pop stuff, top
Right.
40. And then I was like, all right, I just left it on, and I'm driving, and it was right here in Austin, about a little over a year ago. and then the next song was Ariana Grande, and again, I'm like, okay, again, not too different from what they were doing. And I'm like racing through my mind, how could they, this is not a different format, what in the world? And then I went, oh my God, and I still remember that moment, like chills went down my spine. I thought, it's an all-female format. Oh my gosh! And like I said, when I say it, I go, "Oh my God, that's
You
brilliant."
felt that in your body.
Oh. I said, "Why hasn't anybody?" Oh my God! I know there've been shows and stages and tours and all these types of things, but I was like, why isn't there an all-female format radio station? Like, oh my
Yeah.
God. And so, and anyway, so then the next song they played was, Maroon 5. So
Yeah.
there went that. There, dude-centered music. So I was like, oh, bummer.
Yeah.
It's not an all-female format. And then I went, uh-oh, I think I need to do that. And
Yeah, the
it's-
gauntlet has been thrown.
totally.
Those are great moments in time when you realize it's like, oh crap, I got the chills. I'm the one that has to do it.
Well, and it started out as a concept station. It was just
Yeah.
going to be a concept, and I know I'm going back, but like you'll appreciate the process.
No,
being
it's all
knee-deep
good.
in
I
what
love
you
it.
do. I was like, okay, so I got in touch with. I started making a playlist. I said, is it something that can be done? Which is a really naive question. Now I look back and I go, of course, but at the time I was like, why hasn't it been done by credible professionals and
Yeah.
giant entities? Why hasn't this been done?
Right.
And I was like, can it be? How would it be done? What kind of genres? How would you, and I started out kind of doing everything. And oh man, I went crazy collecting songs and buying stuff and building this format. And I was like, I wonder if I can get up to, 700 songs. And I was like, could I? And now it's over 3,000 that I've
Wow.
got. So,
Wow.
but like I say all that to say, it started out as just a concept, and I was going to try and have somebody else use it. Like I had this whole there's going to be stages, and it can be this whole community thing, and you go there to feel more like yourself. Like when you feel like you lose yourself, or you need somebody to.
She just said something right there.
When you're more like yourself,
Yeah.
because you lose that. You go, why am I here? What am I doing? You lose sight of your dreams. You lose sight of your motivation, that spark, and especially over the last 2.5, 3 years, we've
Real
all been
talk.
like, what am I?
Who am I and what am I doing?
Why? And
And
there's
why?
so many other women that are out there doing that, and I'm feeling the same way. So I thought, well, I want somebody to come to the station and leave feeling not better, because it's not a sad place, but better, leaving more like
Yeah.
yourself when you leave. I want somebody to hear something that goes, wow, I feel better after hearing that. So there's my policy is no crybaby songs. That's the only no
Like I'm yelling, like poor me, that
for
kind of stuff.
me,
Yep.
life sucks. I mean, life does suck sometimes. Don't get me wrong. But like the whole giving up thing.
Unless it's Poor, Poor, Pitiful Me by Linda Ronstadt.
Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah.
Yes, which I play.
I bet you do. It's the only Poor Me song on the
I
whole
know.
radio station.
You know what had to go, and I hate to say it. What had to go was Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You. I had to let that go because it's just so sad. And I'm
Gotcha.
good with despair. I'm good with picking yourself up by your bootstraps, and I'm good with the bootstrap moment where you're on the ground and you realize I got to get up. I got to do something about this.
Yeah.
What I mean is I'll die without you.
Yeah.
Please don't leave me no matter what you do. I'm nothing unless you're here. Those songs don't exist on my. There's plenty of places to play that kind
Yeah.
of music. So
Yeah.
I
So,
don't.
boy, and I think, and I think this is a really important point. But if you're just joining us, this is Lori from Lori Radio here in Austin, Texas, and you spell Lori
Lauri.
Lauri. I'm going to make you a little banner right now. I know this is
Oh,
a little
cool.
awkward. We're going to make a little.
No,
banner.
I get a banner.
Lori,
What's this?
Lori, you can hold that up. It's about what's going on this weekend. LoriRadio.com.
Yes, .com.
Okay. So this is really cool. We're speaking with Lori of LoriRadio.com.
Oh,
Yeah, I
there's
know.
no E.
Oh, there's no E. Got it. Let's fix that,
Which
people.
a lot of people put E on my name, and I don't usually care, except
that
that'll take you to the wrong website.
There you go.
There you
Lori
go.
Radio. Okay, this is 24 hours a day. It's an all women format, and so thank you. I know. Next time I'll have a little stick with a card on it for you. So we've been speaking with Lori Radio. We're here at Peace House Farm, getting ready for Grateful to Get Back. It's a 2-day show, March 18th tomorrow and 19th, and I'll be broadcasting live here noon Central Time both days.
So excited.
And we just happened to cross paths here at Peace House Farm, and you just happened to just hop on my show, which I absolutely love. What's the number one thing that you want people to know about being a woman in the music industry who's been there, done that? What's the number one piece of advice for that 18-year-old girl, or 14-year-old girl?
Oh,
Let's look
I
at
just got a chill.
14, 18-year-old girl.
You can do it. You can do it. Just no matter. I'm gonna start crying.
It's okay. You're the
Such
second
an
person.
emotional person.
You're the second person to start crying on my show today. It's
Me and
quite
my-
all right.
Really?
Yep. Penny
Penny
Jo got
Jo.
tears in her eyes too. Sorry, I'm going to become known as the one that makes the women cry. Sorry about that.
It's a good reputation to have. I would say whatever that wildest, craziest is this the camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cameras,
No,
actually, there it is.
Okay. I'm like, I want to just like, look.
Yeah.
The dream big, and whatever it is that you think, could I do that? And, oh, somebody else could do that, but I don't think I ever could, because how would I get there from here?
Yeah.
You can, and you should, and that's why you have that thought. That's that spark, and you have to. It's your duty.
Yeah.
And one thing I realized after doing this is that women, by our own nature, we create something out of nothing. That is what we do across the board. So that if that's you and you're thinking, can I, should I? That's why you have the idea. That's been implanted in you. Not to take that, metaphor too far. But that's what
real
it
talk.
is. That's what you do. And you have it. Well, how do you make a baby? I mean, just to use that now. You come up with the stuff.
Well,
it comes out.
honey.
Well, we're going to have that talk on the
We
weekend.
should totally have that talk on the show.
So what happens is, you know what I mean?
No, but
Well,
yeah.
how does, once that other part happens, you make it out
Yeah.
of who you are. And so
Yeah.
that's how you create something out of nothing.
Yeah,
So
and
that's it. That's what we're built to do.
Yeah. So if I had to paraphrase that and take that in, because I really asked you that because there's an inner 14-year-old that wanted to hear that direct from the source, from you, is that thing that you dream of that you can't stop thinking about, that thing that you want. For me, it's producing records. I've never produced records before. That's the thing that I want to start doing. And
You don't do that yet?
no, I don't do that yet. So I'm in the right place,
thought you
apparently. Okay.
Yeah.
No, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that feels like the next honest step. So if it doesn't matter if you're 54 or you're 14 or
no.
you're 30 or you're 70. I have friends who made their first record at 58. They produced a record of total original, started writing songs in their 50s and produced. And these voices are all important. These are all, we all need each other's voices,
Yeah.
And so I just want to say thank you to you for following that inclination. I have to tell you, before I let you go, I have to tell you one quick story.
Okay,
all
I
right?
would love to hear
Which
it.
you totally made me think of.
Yeah.
You're talking about getting that chill down your spine when you had the thought. So down in Antarctica, all right, they've just found the wreck of the Endurance, which was Ernest Shackleton's ship. He took a ship full of guys down there during right before World War I, and they were going to do the first trans-Antarctic expedition. Well, their ship got caught in the ice and it sank. It's an incredible story. Nobody died. Nobody died.
Oh
They
my
got
God.
rescued. It's an incredible story.
Yeah.
The Shackleton story. If you don't know it, figure that out. Go find it. So what I was going to tell you is that it was about 20 years ago when a friend of mine who's a poet, a colleague of mine, I should say, a poet on the West Coast, she was standing in the American History Museum of Natural History in New York City, looking at the Shackleton expedition, and there was the James Caird, which was a little ship, little teeny boat that they went not 800 miles across open winter sea in Antarctica using
gosh.
celestial navigation in order to get to
Oh
South
my
Georgia, to
gosh.
climb over the mountains, get help, go back and get their guys, and they rescued everybody. But she saw that boat in the museum, and she said, somebody needs to write that as an epic poem. And she looked at herself and she said, I'm the poet. And I ended up publishing that book.
Oh my God.
I was working on publishing back then, and that's how I met her. And so when you were talking about that, I know what you're talking about. I'm getting chills right now just talking about it, because these are the things. If it gives you chills, just keep walking. Don't forget, hold it close and do it.
Just got to keep moving.
Yeah.
Right,
So,
seriously.
Lori, you're the best.
Oh, thank you for having me. You're the best.
Thanks for being on my show, totally
Yes, thank you for
spontaneously.
having
And
me, yeah.
so good luck with everything, and we'll see you out
Thank
there.
you, yes.
All right.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
darling.
Okay.
Yeah. Lori Radio. Boy, this was just such a treat. I'm gonna hit that mic there and give you just this quick information. That LoriRadio.com. That's who we were just talking to, and she's done an incredible thing by building a 24-hour format. There's a lot of cool stuff going down here in Austin. It's not just South by Southwest. South by Southwest is the nucleating agent for just so many things. And if you're just joining us, this is Postcards. I usually am coming to you live from Portland, Maine, but today, Austin, Texas. I'm just gonna see what's going on here. Well, Judith Swyman, thank you for the sweet. Let's see, brilliant. Yes, Rory Kelly. Y'all need to come down here next year. And thank you for saying that. I know it's not hard when I have such incredible guests on here doing amazing things. So, South by Southwest being the nucleating agent, I'm just going to kind of give you, if you're curious about what it's like to come down here, I'm just going to tell you about it a little bit. You know, I started coming down here in 2018 when I was promoting a record, and Penny Joe was one of the people that was very kind to me and welcomed me into her showcase, which was over at, I can't remember what the name of the place was, Opal Divines. Opal Divines. It was a great little lounge, had a wonderful little showcase there, and met a bunch of people, and I think I played 5 different little showcases that year, and there's all these so-called unofficial showcases that are really just part of the, you know, that's where I hang out. I normally am not going into the official venues as much because they're so crowded, right? But sometimes the unofficial showcases are just packed to the gills with people, and there's good tacos and all this kind of stuff. And here there's going to be, you know, a whole mess of nonprofits hanging out. Grateful to get back. It's let me see if I can find my banner. I'm so glad you guys are here with me. My mind is kind of blown. Let's see, did I put up, oh goodness, well, goodness gracious me. Oh yeah, it's all in my it's all in my little thing at the bottom, the ticker, whatever that is. Let's see if I got anybody else to say hello to. Good morning from Austin, Texas. And anyway, we've been talking to folks from Peace House Farm. Penny Joe Pullus of TeXchromosome, Emily Hansen of Magnolia Roads is here. We've been talking to the artists that created the art that is part of TeXchromosome's logo. We spoke with Lori from Lori Radio, and I'm just going to put that back up one more time. Do you want to be in?
Not really.
Okay.
I'll say hi.
Just say hi to Emily Hansen. She's walking by. You want to say a quick hello? There you go. She's here in the flesh. Oh, yeah, thank you. Okay, so here we go. Appreciate that. All right, so here, I'm going to read you the lineup because it's kind of mind-blowing, all right? Who's going to be here? Okay, there's the incredible poster, and you can also probably buy one of these if you come over. Friday, March 18th, that's tomorrow. Here's the, oh, hey, Emily from Judith. She's in New York. All right, so we've got Friday, March 18th. We've got Heather Bishop, Desert Hollow. Then there's going to be an influx from Mule Kick Records, the Hawthorns, Nakona, Rosie Flores, Beth Lee, Pi Jacobs, and then I'm going to be playing tomorrow just a little bit after 5:30. Kevin Daniel tomorrow evening, Shawnee Kilgore, Elsa Cross, and then there's going to be Campfire Hangout with Mandy Rowden. Now, it is very dry down here. It's a little bit dry and dusty down here in Texas. There is a fire ban, so we're going to be very creative about what that fire is, and it will not set the place on fire, we promise. That's going to be, so tomorrow, 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. And then Saturday, March 19th, which is my birthday. Just saying, it's one of the things I love about South by. It's always right around my birthday. But my birthday's actually going to be here at South by. I'm super excited. They threw me this huge party. It's called South by Southwest. So that is the celebration. Saturday, March 19th, we're going to be hearing from Nagavali, Julia Milanta, David Newbold, Taylor Ray, Betty Sue, and if you don't know Betty Sue, she's from here and she's dynamo. Hardened and Tempered, Ruby Dice, Rigby Summer, Mandy Rowden, Mike Younger coming in from Nashville, Tom Gillum, and Arkansas Dave DeFrance. And it is going to be just a great couple of days of independent, rockin', amazing songwriting, amazing music, amazing bands, and that's all going to be happening here at Peace House Farm. And in addition, there's going to be tables with nonprofit community organizations. There are also going to be there's going to be an artists marketplace, which is all artists that are also musicians. Because a lot of people, you know, have a couple irons in the fire. Because this is just how you got to hustle. You know, if you're going to do music, you got to find a way to make a living. And we've all got a different way. Oh, and Rigby Summer. Yes. Okay. This is great, Diana Griffin. So sweet to see my friends Mandy Rowden, Beth Lee, Jenny Van West on the list of Tasty Brew favorites. Betty Sue, Rosie Flores, Mike Younger, the Hawthorns, and more. Yeah, thank you, Diana. We really, you don't know, do a Diana Heartland Song Network. Great to see you here. So, well, listen, it has been it's been more fun than a box of kittens hanging out here at Peace House Farm this morning. We're going to be coming to you live tomorrow. The schedule is tomorrow, Friday, March 18th. I will be right here in the hot seat interviewing cats from around the place, doing the thing at the Postcard Studio Austin Annex, and I'm super excited to share that with you. So tomorrow I'll be here at noon Central. That's 1 o'clock on the East Coast and 10 o'clock on the West Coast, and all the very important, wonderful time zones around the place. And then Saturday, I'm going to do it all over again. And do check my, if you are curious about what's up, I am going to be I have been compiling some video from around the place. I've got another one that I've got to put together today and share with y'all. But just keep an eye out for that. I've got an event set up on Facebook that I probably invited to you to. It's on the Postcards with Jenny Van West page on Facebook. Just join that event. I'm going to be posting, reposting all my posts there. You got one more thing to say?
St. Patrick's Day.
Holy smokes, it's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. I just played some chords for St. Patrick's Day. Well, today's key was B flat, so we're going to go out in B flat. We're just raising the vibe here at Peace House Farm, having a wonderful time down here in Austin, Texas during South by. I'm so happy that I have the privilege of bringing you all along for the ride. Thank you for being here in the chat room. I love all you guys from around the place. And do leave a comment. And it's Purim today? That's like the jackpot in Queens. You get St. Patrick's Day and Purim. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a party tonight in Queens. Well, anyway, it's been my pleasure and my privilege to bring you this show right here from Austin, Texas. More fun than a box of kittens. I love you guys. I'm so happy to be here and be coming to you live from Peace House Farm. This is a great spot. We'll be back here tomorrow at noon Central. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. Be grateful to get back. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time. Hey Grandma, you don't need a reason, you don't need a rhyme to write a postcard. To P.O. Box 1252, just write a postcard. 04098, just write a postcard. From Westbrook, Maine to Westbrook, Maine, 'cause Grandma loves this show. All right, everybody, we're going to see you tomorrow bright and early at noon Central right here from the epicenter of everything. We're grateful to get back. So excited to see you tomorrow. Thanks for being on the show. Thanks for saying hi in the chat room. I love you guys. Talk to you tomorrow.